Boys and girls of every age, how you like to hear something strange? We're going where the people scream in the town of Halloween. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Zombies fight in the dead of night. This is Halloween. Hey guys, Fozzie here, and welcome to another edition of Fozzie at Home. Now, since this is Hallowinz month, I'm gonna give you a cool Halloween video. However, you know, I came across an interesting subject that I want to talk about, so I'm gonna get it real quick before I get into the Halloween thing. I'm gonna do six underrated. First, I'm gonna do six underrated, like classics that's been forgotten from the '90s, and then I'm gonna do like 10 underrated Halloween classics. The reason why I'm not doing 10 of the first one is because I know you're probably eager to hear about the Halloween one. So, but like, hopefully next month when Halloween is over, I can talk about enough. So here they are. Fourth one is, I may have said these are underrated for classics from the '90s. They're actually forgotten ones. So I'm not saying these are good, but I'm not saying these are bad. So, anyway, okay, so the first one was this thing that came called Polly. There was this movie about this boy that goes across to the USA to fight his older. My dad took me to see this when I was a kid. Now, was it good? I don't know. I mean, I did like it as a kid, but I thought recently I didn't do it. I mean, I give the movie this. There was a try to be a touching relationship there, but I don't know. Toys with Robin Williams. Now, you know how much I love Robin Williams. I mention that every time, but like, this movie Toys, I mean, this movie Toys actually was not one Robin would want to be remembered by, though I will give the movie some credit, as the movie did have some good scenes as far as props, I think, like from human paper doll toys to and they had this really good thing that I can praise the movie for. It was this really good realistic looking Halloween thing, and I'm surprised it wasn't more good than it was, but it was really just wasn't. Okay, A Kid in King Arthur's Court. There were actually two versions of this one. The first one was this one, I'm not going to be talking about this one, but I'd like to do a look, but I may do a look back at it next month. It was this kid who went back in time. So then there was a modern day one with a kid who encountered Merlin, and he wanted to be a hero to this girl he liked. If I liked it at all, I liked it because of the romantic parts, and you don't hear about that movie anymore. Okay, let's see, what else is there? Okay, this next movie is, from the '90s. This was actually one that was going to be, written originally as a sequel to Home Alone, believe it or not, but for some reason they changed it to a different kind, and I'm quite glad they did. Bushwhacked was a pretty good movie. This one I will say is a good movie, though not a great movie, where Daniel Stern plays a guy who gets kidnapped. Originally he was going to reprise his role for this in Home Alone after leaving Life of Crime, but they changed it altogether. Blank Check was this other one that I used to see all the time, and I thought it was pretty good, though until recently, I don't know, I don't really get it anymore. I mean, I just don't understand what it's about. There's a lot of pedophilia that I now realize is in it. I don't know, I just don't like it. Okay, the last forgotten movie before I get into these Halloween things was, this one, called, I think I talked about this actually a couple times in, the worst cliches. Max Keeble's Big Move. This one actually, I think, was made a couple years before the 90s ended, so technically this wasn't one, but I'm guessing the script had been, but I just thought I'd mention it anyway because, like, I feel like if you've seen, if you're a 90s kid, you still probably saw this, and even if you didn't, maybe it's not a fair mention, but, like, anyway, I will say that this one, I think, at least tried, but, like, this kid plays all this pranks on everybody who's been doing it, and it was a revenge comedy, not the best, but, like, okay, now on to the Halloween. Okay, so, underrated Halloween classics. Okay, so with Halloween coming up, I thought I should review, like, some really good Halloween things that I've seen that, like, no one ever talks about. Okay, so number one, by the way, I still haven't figured out how to work the edit button on this, so if you want, so I might actually have to just say my underrated one and make a video out of it with clips, but, like, if you want to hear me talk about it, I'm going to just talk about it now. So, number one, the new version of Poltergeist. Now, in all the remakes these days, like, you think most of these would just stop and suck, but the new Poltergeist that came out was pretty good. I mean, it actually kept all the elements of the first one, and, like, there were even some scary things, like, now, was it better than the other one? No, but it was still really good. I especially liked it because they actually made it scary in more ways than one, and I gotta give that some credit. Psycho 3. Now, the Psycho franchise after the first one sucks, but this one, I admit, had potential. This really would have been a good one, I think, for Anthony Hopkins to get back, not Anthony Hopkins, Anthony Porkins, sorry, to get back on top. And, like, I like it because, like, it shows, like, a different twist and turn. It's pretty good of a film. Now, obviously, the fourth cycle shouldn't have had any sequels, but this one I'll give because it tried. And plus, after that god-awful Gus Van Sant remake that came out, I think it deserves some saving grace. Okay, so, the next one is like an animated one. And now this one is probably more well known, but I still feel like it should get praise more. Corpse Bride. Now this combines all the elements from Tim Burton's animated movies with. Excuse me, sorry, I had a fly on my throat. It combines all his elements of like his live movies with the animated. Now, no, there's no live action in here, but really though, it could have worked as much as a live action too, and I think like it was good. And this movie wasn't very long, but it still was good. For those who haven't seen it, this one guy named Victor isn't really good at proposing to his fiance, but then when he practices on a tree, the tree turns into this corpse bride named Emily, and then he becomes in love. Then he really wants to get back to Victoria, his fiance, but like it's cute, it's spooky. I totally recommend it. Winnie the Pooh Halloween. Now this isn't a movie I think I obviously will watch but it's still a cute movie. Like it shows the friendship of all the Pooh characters, and it's a really heartwarming movie to watch with the family. I really like this one scene, like in it, like how like Piglet realizes no matter what he goes as, he's happy as to go as the best friend of Pooh, and I really like that. Okay, this next. this next one is technically this next one isn't a Halloween movie, but like it is a movie that they probably should show a lot more about Halloween. It is a scary one. The only reason I don't know if it qualifies as a Halloween is because it was actually made during off a show that was on originally a year round. It was like the Monsters Revenge. Now that's a great movie. I love the Monsters show. I mean I like the Addams Family too, but I really like the Monsters. And this was a good one, and it used the original cast. You got an appearance from Sid Caesar. It wasn't invented. It's great. Its name escapes me, but there's this other movie that was made with the original cast of the Monsters that was pretty good, and I'd really like to review that. And if I can remember that, I would like to put it on there again. Okay. This next one is a short. This next one is a short movie, but it's still a good one. The Halloween That Almost Wasn't. It's great. I mean, it's got Judd Horse, Alex on Taxi playing Dracula. It's got Henry Gibson playing Igor. It's got Margiette Hartley in it playing Winnie the Witch. Sorry?
Mariette Hartley.
Oh, Mariette Hartley. Thank you, dude. Sorry, that was my friend's girlfriend over there. And yes, I did call her dude. She's like tomboyish. So, but anyway, this movie was great. See these two little kids, hear that Halloween can't start until the witch flies over the moon, and the witch is tired of being looked at that way. But Dracula's determined, and it's really a fun movie. And it's not very long too, but they do good connecting it. And as I said, you can watch this on YouTube, man. And you really should. I mean, it's really a great movie. Okay, this next one is Paranorman. Now, this movie may not be underrated to some people. I feel like it still deserves to be something like Toy Story, because this movie is great. Paranorman. Now, this movie, in case you don't know, is about a boy who can talk to the dead. And it's a cartoon. It's really great. It's got a good cast in it, good backstory. I mean, I'm amazed that Tim Burton didn't do it, but it's such a good movie. I really like it. Oh, and there's this one scene where the bullies fight a zombie. It really makes me laugh. I really get a kick of watching it every time it's on. Okay, this next one is one that was a childhood favorite of mine. I like it because it combines two of my favorite Sesame Street characters. It combines the Count, and it combines Elmo. And Elmo goes over there, and the Count reviews it, and I'll admit it. And I'll admit it, though I don't watch this too much anymore, I wouldn't be ashamed to watch it. It was fun as a kid, and there's still fun stuff in it now. And the fact that Jim Henson made Sesame Street for kids, to entertain kids the way kids are entertain adults. And what other way to do it than this movie? Or this special? Either way was good. Okay, this last one is okay, this last one is actually part of the series. There's this one Halloween movie, and the the franchise started out pretty good. Most of the series after 3 wasn't pretty good. We did, however, get a good sequel to that one, and a final good one. with the original cast. But like the one I'm talking about that's really underrated is the Halloween, of course, of Michael Myers. This one was made with a young Paul Rudd in it, and it was Donald Pleasance's last film. Was a great movie, and it was made all the way through. I really enjoyed it, and I still enjoyed it, and it was a great movie. It's more spookier. Okay, the last one, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. The Ghost and Mr. Chicken was this movie with Don Knotts, you know, the guy who plays Barney on Andy Griffith's show, and like, he spends the night in a haunted house to get a report, and then when he gets it, he thinks he's experienced all this stuff, and it turns out there's more that meets the eye, and it's a really great movie. I really think you see it. Okay, so there you are, guys. That movie you just watched was like a look back at like films and like forgotten films from the 90s and underrated films from Halloween. So thank you a lot. You guys all have a good weekend. If you dare. Ah!